Welcome back. It's Monday. We're talking politics. We're here with Donny Langat, also known as Blackie. He is not just an aspirant here in South Sea, he's also very much involved in matters CDF and roads in Langata. Let's talk about Langata constituency.
Yeah.
How are things from 2017 to now?
Things are okay. We inherited a constituency that was run down when Nixon Korir won the MPC tie. I was not successful, but he asked me to work with him so that we can deliver on his manifesto. So the first thing we did was he asked us to come up with a plan, understand the challenges that the people are going through, and look at the institutions that we were supposed to improve, because the CDF can only do education institutions and security, chiefs camps and police camps. So we were able to come up with a plan, and we've been continually following that plan and reviewing it midway, just to make sure that we make an impact with the money that we receive. So I actually chair the bursary subcommittee. Yeah. Also, we found that one was it was actually a commercial thing. The past regime, people were caught, they were selling bursaries. There was a lot of discrimination, but we managed to streamline that with our boss, the Honorable Nixon Korir MP Langata. We've been able to streamline the bursary process, that you don't need to know anybody to qualify. Recently,
they were trolling you over the bursary process. Tell us about what was that about?
Yeah, you know what happens is that when haters are always there, but the person on the ground, the beneficiary, ule mama anatoka Kibera, anatoka High Rise, anatoka Kuinda, anatoka Wilson Kijiji. Those are the people who know what we are doing. The bloggers, you know, the allies of this world, and the Jakakakimbas, the people who live on Twitter. They live on Twitter. Yeah. Those ones just created their own list and wanted to portray it that we are giving Kalenjins only bursary, which is not the case. Yeah. So as I told you, we have managed to streamline that. We have managed to grow the bursary. First year, 3,000 people applied. All of them got. Second year, we are around 4,500. We are now at 6,400. And all of them are getting bursary. 6,400 residents of South Sea, Mugumoini, Nairobi West, Karen. They are now receiving their bursary. We have also had a plan with our education institutions. We found them run down. We have renovated all our schools, all our access roads to education institutions. We have renovated the chiefs camps. We are now doing our flagship projects. We have a technical and vocational training college at Madaraka, which is around 80%, which will assist us to mop out the unemployed youth, the ones who, you know, the future is with the people who can work with their hands, actually. The jobs, mechanical jobs, electrical jobs. And we are also building a new secondary school in Kongoni Primary School. We've got some land. The contractor is now on site. We are hoping to complete the project in around 42 weeks.
How vast is your constituency?
How vast? Our constituency, South Sea actually, is from South Sea to Karen. We border Mavoko, right at the Nairobi terminal, SGR terminal. So the ICD, this side of Mombasa.
So the park ni Langata.
The park ni Langata yote. Kukuja paka Wilson Airport, which is Nairobi West. You go to High Rise. We have a small portion of the High Rise, the informal settlements. That is the Soweto, Silanga area, Undogu. And then we go right up to Langata Road, Uru Gardens. We border Rongai, Ongata Rongai, right at somewhere called Bangladesh. On the other side of the road is a multimedia university. So it will go and border, that is Karen Ward, up to Dagoretti, where we call Ngong Forest Primary, which is our last polling station at Karen. So it is quite vast.
It's pretty huge, yeah.
We have about 137,000 voters as per the last count. We expect that one number to rise to maybe 150 or more. Yes.
So when you're considering CDF in Nairobi,
yes.
Usually people say tend to imagine Nairobi is already sorted.
No.
I mean, there's power here, there's water here, we're the big city.
The big city.
Tell me some of the most challenging things you saw and said, Dala, is this really happening in Nairobi?
Yeah, the big city has a lot of challenges. There are so many people who are living hand to mouth. So many, the hustler nation, the mechanics who depend on you bringing your car levy, they fix it, you know, the carpenters, you know, casual laborers, the people who push mukokoteni. I've seen, you know, the people who collect garbage using wheelbarrows. You know, the wheelbarrow has been taken out of context. But the wheelbarrow is a very important tool. I know one boy one youth in a high rise who has 20 wheelbarrows, hiring them for 100 shillings per day. You know, to them, you know, 2,000 shillings, 1,000 shillings, there's a lot of money. So there are a lot of challenges within the informal settlements.
Yeah.
And it was even made worse by the corona pandemic. That is why I told you the uptake of our bursary is now at 6,400, because so many people are affected. People lost their jobs, their livelihoods. So the bursary came through for them. We also have challenges of water in Langata, which the county government needs to
That's
address.
perennial, by the way.
It's perennial. They need to address that one, you know. And it's just with a good plan they can progressively fix those issues. Issues of our health facilities also. NMS has tried, but I think they have slowed down now. I think we are building I think they are doing one institution at high rise. So there are so many challenges, but I think the biggest challenge is just poverty and unemployment. That's the biggest challenge we have with our population. And we need a very good plan to fix that one progressively.
Poverty and employment.
Yes.
Very sad that in the capital city that could be happening.
Yeah.
When, you know, people tend to think that the worst places are Turkana or I don't know.
And what I've noticed is that most of our youth, even after Form 4, they get lost. The number of the transition from secondary to tertiary institutions is very low. So we find issues of drugs and alcoholism creeping in. Some of them.
How are you addressing that, especially amongst young people?
Yes, what we are doing is that we are organizing them in groups and giving them capital to start small businesses, car washes, you know. Some of them have laundries. Some of them, even in Southlands, have a posho mill, young mothers, you know, just to make sure that they are busy and also they have something at the end of the day. Yeah. So we've done a lot of empowerments. So in Langata, we actually, that bottom up, we are practicing, we are the ones practicing, and most of us practicing the bottom up approach, whereby we provide support to the ones who are doing small jobs so that they have a good environment and also they are able to increase what their daily earnings. Yeah.
Tell me, so many people have, you know, identified bottom up in their own way. To the young person listening to you, what would you tell them that bottom up approach is?
Bottom up, simply put, is we need to stimulate the economy from the bottom. Just have more people do work. Remove a lot of restrictions and a lot of levies for people who want to do small work. Organize them. Give them capital. And so that we have a tax base also, so that so many people are paying, even if it's kidogo tax, so that we can raise tax that way. That's small. Simply put, also, is the kind of empowerment for a young man to go to a college like Langata Technical and Vocational College, learn a plumbing course, an electrical course, come back to us. We will provide you with the equipment and you start your own business. And we've done that severally. There are others we've given even ovens. We've taken them for training at for pastry, making cakes and what. We buy them ovens. Some youth, we have taken them for training at Kenya Institute of Building and Highways Authority to learn the machine operator courses so that they become self-employed. I know we took 20 last year, and at the moment, 10 of them are already employed. So to me, that is bottom up. We need to empower the person who is down so that they can be more productive. Yeah.
Because in doing so, what happens up?
what happens is that when you empower people, you know, people grow, businesses grow, you know. So the person who was doing a business for 5,000, for example, Mama Mboga's business is, the capital is not more than 5,000 shillings. If I go and provide Mama Mboga with 5,000 shillings and she's in a circle, she'll be able to save and borrow, grow her business, you know. The next, after 2-3 years, she'll have maybe a kiosk, with a stock worth 100,000. That is how people grow, Levi. I have seen it with my own eyes. It is not something I have not seen. There are people who have started down, and with just good leaders and the proper guidance, they are able to make it. Yeah.
Eliminates the perennial problem of
Yes,
unemployment.
Yes. Because what is happening, Levi, it is unfortunate that in this country, we have given charters to universities. So many universities. Levi, I've seen mothers cry because they have spent so much money educating their children up to university. From the informal settlements, there are no jobs. And there's no plan to actually ensure that these young men and ladies have actually jobs. There's no proper policy. The housing project, I know the Deputy President has spoken about this, was supposed to create jobs for the people, for the plumbers, maybe 500,000 jobs. But you see that project has not taken off. So we need proper policies. And that is why you can see the Deputy President has said that, God willing, inshallah, he takes over in 2022, he'll have a Biashara fund where the Mama Mbogas and the small man can go and actually take some money and pay it back with no interest. Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yes.
You yourself are running for a seat in Nairobi.
Yes.
In this year, Nairobi, South Sea. Why Nairobi? And why South Sea?
Levi, you know, I've spent most of my time in this city. I've lived here most of my life. My mother was a head teacher of almost 5 primary schools in Nairobi. I went to school in Westlands Primary and Boyville Primary School, right at the CBD. So all my life, all my friends, even where I met my wife, it's just in this city. I have seen this city grow from good to a very bad state that it is now. Yes. And every time, you know, people keep on telling us that, the problem with Kenya is tribalism. No. It's just bad leaders and bad policies. Yes, I believe that I have the ability, and I have demonstrated, even after I lost, that I can actually, working with the Mheshimiwa Nixon Korir, being in his team, that we can be able to deliver when you have a serious leader and a committed leader. My boss, Mheshimiwa Korir, is somebody who has a very good plan. And let's take it that he has taken me for training from 2017 to now. I now know what it takes to deliver services, to deliver and give value for somebody's vote. I want to give value for somebody's vote. Somebody who lines up to vote must get value for that vote. And I also wanted to, I'm also the chairman of what we call the Constituency Roads Committee. We chair a small fund which is managed by Kera. And we've been able to fix estate roads, identify estate roads, so that, because most of these estates, Levi, you know, were built in the 70s and the 80s, and there's been no maintenance of the roads inside the estates, leave alone outside, inside the estates. So we've been able to do that, roads in Southlands. We've done roads in Southlands.
I have seen the ones in Southlands.
Yes.
They look very good.
Yes. We have done...
Hiyo ni kazi yako?
Hiyo ni kazi yangu. Mimi nilipatiwa kazi na mdosi yangu, mimi lazima nichape. Akiba Bellevue in South Sea, Akiba Shopping Center. We've just finished another one in Midland Court, South Sea. We've done a road in Masai Road, Cooperative University, right about, that is in Karen. There's also this area of Deliverance. This area of Deliverance. I know you know where Deliverance Church was.
Yes.
All those roads there were not tarmacked. But now, at this moment, if you go there, all the roads within Deliverance have tarmac, and good tarmac, good roads, good drainage. So we've been able to deliver that. And I know, given the chance by the great people of South Sea, I will be able work with them to build a better and a greater South Sea.
Yeah.
For them, yes.
They say politics in Nairobi is not for the faint-hearted.
Yes.
Yeah. And
definitely.
Yeah.
When you look at me, Levi, you can see a lot of confidence in me.
Yeah.
I don't do hooliganism. I'm not a hooligan. I'll not do any. Me, I do good, clean politics. But you can see I'm ready for anything. You know, we are not cowards in this town. But we will deliver our agenda. We will tell people what we want to do for them. And they will ultimately make the decision.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that in 2022, it will be very difficult for you to speak to people when you don't have a track record, you don't have an agenda, and you don't have anything to show. People will want to have a leader that has demonstrated that they are able to deliver even after they're elected. Yeah.
That they can come and do something.
Oh yes, definitely.
Do you think that there's a debate about whether, with the LMS coming in, whether Nairobi should remain a county or should be swallowed up as a metropolitan? What would you say as a leader for Nairobi? I like how you have said that.
General Badi started off well.
There's a debate on that, yeah.
He started off well. We had a lot of confidence, but
Yeah.
I have mentioned here before, he actually slowed down. And I don't think he will achieve anything much in the time remaining. I've seen they built a lot of dispensaries in Kangware or Gatina but they are not even equipped. They don't have staff. They don't even have a curtain. I've seen them with my own eyes. And most probably will not get anything right. This city is very big. It is very big. We need a plan for this city. We need to divide it into barons. You know, we have this.
Should we, as a politician here, do you feel, should we give up on the whole aspect of county and just say, you know what?
No.
Let national government run us here and let's have our awards.
We have given NMS, which is a national government, creation of a national government time. And I'm very disappointed to say that I have not seen them get even one thing right. They have not been able to get people have a regular supply of water. The city is
They've given us fancy pavements in town.
Really? Who wants to, would you rather walk in a very fancy pavement or have water and live in a very secure, clean environment? Garbage collection is still wanting. Yeah,
Garbage collection is.
I mean, you know, the roads, they have a big chunk of the money for roads, but there are so many delays, you know. They have not, we have not seen NMS do any roads. Yeah, I think Sonko, even though he had his challenges, he had a good plan. He gave the roads money to Kura to manage it, and which was a good plan, and they were monitoring, telling them which roads to actually implement and all that. Yeah. So I don't think, I think the Mwananchi should decide who their governor is, and I think the ruling class should just allow the governor to finish their term. Yes, these need of chasing people and impeachment should just stop.
Yeah. It's 11 months to the election.
Yeah.
You are already on the ground.
Oh, yes.
Too early?
There's nothing like too early, Levy. We are in a competition. And that's why I fault people who tried to even hold the deputy president back. Let us sell our agenda even as we work. It is not illegal. Yeah. And anyway, he gave me, you know, it's how you play the game that will give you the results. You cannot wait and say that you start. Let me tell you, by February, the civil servants must have resigned. February is how many months?
Yeah, that's just about 5.
Yes, around 5 months. So this is the right time for people, if you're a candidate, to start being visible and practicing what you say you will do. As I told you, Levy, no one will accept, and I know, that's what I hear, people who don't have a track record. You cannot just come and give people empty promises that I will do. At least 1, 2 things, you start doing them. The things which don't require you to be elected, like the empowerment programs. You know, that's what I'm majoring on. I am supporting small businessmen, Mama Mbogas with capital, the plumbers, we are buying them PPR machines, carpenters, we are providing them. Well, these small things really matter. So I don't think it's early, and I want to win. You know, if you want to win, you have to demonstrate that you want to win. So I'm in it to win. I'm not waiting for anybody to chase me behind. I'm just doing my thing, selling my agenda. Na Mungu mbele. Yeah.
In it to win it, Donny.
Oh, of course.
Huh?
Yeah.
I tell you, very interesting times ahead. We are out of time here, but I want to ask you just as we wind up, for that young person who has been watching you, who you are pitching to every day, not just in Matters Nairobi, but also Matters from the faction that you come from, which is UDA. What would you tell them is the reason why they need to, you know, look at your agenda as a party and also as an individual?
Yes. First of all, what I'm doing as a candidate now, as an aspirant, is that I have listened to the UDA agenda, bottom up, how we intend to fix our economy. And I want to tell the young people that we have hope, because the UDA has a plan and has an agenda, already a plan to even tackle the external debt, you know, by borrowing more domestically, creating jobs, giving hope. I want to tell the young people of Kenya that there is hope. And what we don't want is another 5 years of a regime that will not look at the people who are down, economically not empowered. Because I believe that somebody who has money in the pocket will be a very happy person, healthier. We have so many opportunities for employment and self-employment. You know? So there's hope in the future. The future is UDA. Hapo.
Donny Langat, glad to have had a chat with you. Thank you. I look forward to coming on the ground and seeing what you're doing there.
Wewe kuja bana nikuoneshe mtaa.
Tutembee huko ndani.
Watu huko wanasema tu Mungu mbele roho juu.
And you actually traverse from corner to corner.
Corner to corner. South Sea, corner to corner. Yes, we have a plan, and if you're listening to me and you wish to register in Langata, you're welcome. Take a vote at South Sea Ward so that you vote for me and vote for Nixon Korir. Yeah, South Sea. Kongoni Primary, Kirdi, Kewi, KPA, MOW, Kirdi. Hapo ndio mtaa.
Do you actually stay in that mtaa?
Mimi niko mtaani. Hapo.
You're not that
mimi si wa kukama.
Unaishi kule lakini unakuja huku. Donny Langat, very interesting aspirant South Sea Ward right here in Nairobi in Langata constituency. He's also talking to us about, you know, what he has done with roads in Langata and CDF projects there. And of course, all that discussion about BBI, 2022 politics. And I have to ask you before we go, Donny, as we wrap up.
Yeah.
I always try to tell people to predict in the crystal ball, in your political crystal ball. What do you see is going to be happening politically before January?
A lot of realignments. The Jubilee will be left an empty shell. So many people waiting to leave the door. They're right at the door. They are just waiting to see if the DCI or the KRA people are on the corridor, so that they dash to the other side.
They were talking.
They were kimbie. So Jubilee will actually be a shell, and I have a feeling one of the OCA members may actually come to realize that they are better off this other way, and come and support maybe William Ruto.
Interesting days ahead, eh?
Anything can happen. You know, it's politics na hesabu. If you have 2% or 3%, surely, you know. I know there's a fellow in Rift Valley who has 2%. You know, and you know the presidency of this country.
I wouldn't ask who that is.
You know the presidency. David, you know the presidency of this country has been held by the Kenyatas twice, the Mois once, and there was a very odd man called Kibaki. In 2022, there will be a very odd man called William Samoei Ruto, who will be the president of Kenya, number 10. That one, that is my prayer.
You say take it to the bank.
Take it to the bank.
We will wait and see. God willing, giving us time. Wacha tuone in our life.
Asante sana. Thank you for inviting me here.
Thank you. Appreciate your coming.
Asante sana.
Donny Langat, right from Langata constituency, working with the CDF there, also the chair of roads, also an aspirant for South Sea Ward, talking to us about matters politics. And we will be talking to more of his kind, those guys who are looking for positions as we go ahead, even as we also look at the national politics into 2022. That's 59 minutes for today. God bless you. Stay alive, stay safe, and take care of each other. Stay tuned for Leah coming up with the also.